Every single day, the man would be electrocuted until he blacked out. Then they'd tie him down and wipe every trace of his memory clean. Over and over again, the torture repeated itself. He had already endured it 13 times. Each time his memories were erased, they implanted an entirely new life into his mind. This time, they made him believe he was a police officer. In his fabricated memories, his daughter had been kidnapped, and he was supposed to follow clues to rescue her. But the moment the experiment began, something went wrong. He suddenly regained self-awareness. By the time the researchers realized the hypnosis had failed, he had already stolen a car and sped off. Inside the massive virtual environment they had carefully constructed, he drove like a madman, completely out of control. His wife, one of the lead researchers, desperately tried to hypnotize him again. But this time he was immune. He smashed through the boundaries of the testing zone and escaped. That's when the teen discovered a hidden message he had left behind in a notebook. The moment his wife read it, she realized how serious the situation really was. She immediately ordered 2 helicopters into the air to hunt him down. Meanwhile, the man arrived at a remote farm. The elderly couple living there cautiously asked if he had come alone. For now, he replied, but probably not for long. They led him into a small farmhouse cabin. Outside, the sound of approaching helicopters grew louder and louder. The old couple had clearly been preparing for this moment. The second he stepped inside, he noticed dominoes covering the floor. Once the first piece fell, the rest began collapsing one after another. Following the trail of falling dominoes, he entered the back room, where a little girl sat quietly at the very center of the pattern. For the first time in years, a smile appeared on his face. Father and daughter had finally reunited. The people in the helicopters had been repeatedly erasing his memories for one reason only: to force him to reveal where his daughter was hiding. The girl possessed an extraordinary gift for hypnosis from birth. The organization had been training her since childhood, intending to turn her into a weapon they could control. But her father wanted her to live a normal life, so he secretly smuggled her out of the organization. To protect her location, he willingly erased all memories connected to her. Even after years in hiding, though, the organization eventually tracked them down. The elderly couple fought desperately to protect the girl, but they were hopelessly outnumbered. In the end, both of them were gunned down. Then the girl slowly walked out of the room. Although her mother had always remained loyal to the organization, the moment she saw her daughter, she couldn't stop herself from rushing forward and embracing her tightly. The girl softly told her mother that she was proud of her. At first, the woman didn't understand what she meant. Suddenly, the organization's leader sensed something was wrong. He raised his gun and fired several shots into the air, only to realize the entire scene around him was nothing but an illusion. Under the girl's psychic control, the organization members began slaughtering each other. The entire farm twisted and distorted like a collapsing dream. Even the elderly couple who had just died suddenly appeared alive again. In the blink of an eye, only one man remained alive, Jeff. Jeff still tried to resist, but the girl ended it with a single glance. Without hesitation, he lifted his gun and shot himself. In truth, everything had been part of a plan carefully designed by the husband and wife. They refused to let their gifted daughter become nothing more than a killing tool for the organization. Once her abilities had fully matured, they secretly sent her away and erased their own memories to protect her. Because deep down, they believed one thing: that the bond of family would someday bring them back together again. And now, that belief had finally come true. As the reunited family flew away in a helicopter, leaving the old man behind to clean up the aftermath, Jeff, who should have been dead, suddenly sprang back to life. When everyone turned around, they were horrified to discover that the corpse lying on the ground had somehow become the old man instead.